shifting our focus to some other news coming in amid Donald Trump's administration's punitive tariffs on India over its Russian oil trade. Nikki Haley, former U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, has cautioned that ties between Washington and New Delhi are near a breaking point, and it said it was critical to get the relations back on track if America hopes to contain China's growing global ambitions. In a Newsweek op-ed, Haley said India must not be treated as an adversary like China, and the Trump administration can't let the issues of tariffs or the U.S. role in the India-Pakistan truce drive a wedge between the two of the world's largest democracies. Trump's Republican colleague Haley has remained a vocal Trump critic. Despite endorsing him for the 2024 presidential run, she noted that India must be treated like the prized, free and democratic partner, that it is not an adversary like China, which has thus far avoided sanctions on its Russian oil purchases, despite being one of Moscow's largest customers. Moreover, both Republicans and Democrats are rallying behind stronger U.S.-India ties, urging President Trump to prioritize this key partnership. On the Democratic side, former President Joe Biden emphasized that the United States and India must remain close partners to uphold our shared democratic values. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries warned Trump's latest tariff tantrum risks years of careful work to build a stronger U.S.-India partnership. On the other hand, Congressman Aro Khanna urged India is a key ally in technology, defense and countering China's influence in the region. This bipartisan support underscores India's critical role as a strategic ally. Joining me on the telecast is Ambassador Manju Seth, former diplomat. Thank you so much, Ambassador Manju Seth, for joining us on the telecast. What's your perspective when you heard about the fact that we have seen several other people in the former U.S. administration, they are backing India and they are trying to restore or urge Donald Trump to seek restore these ties between India and U.S. So now Nikki Haley is also backing India as well.
Absolutely. I think, as you very rightly said, there are other voices as well, and now Nikki Haley has added her voice to the growing, growing anti-India kind of, actions that the Trump administration seems to be bent upon taking, and doesn't seem to be retracting from any of it, and it's going on. And every day a new person is coming up with a very negative thing, statement about India and what India is doing, and especially about the oil supply and oil buying. I think it's very unfortunate that the way the trajectory of the tide is now going. It's really been built up, as very rightly said, by many of his party members also, and others in the administration and in the opposition, the Democratic Party, that this relationship has been built. There was a lot of mistrust earlier also, but now with great difficulty we had reached a position, the ties had reached a position of mutual trust and mutual partnership, the strategic partnership that we established. Only yesterday there was a statement saying if India wants to be treated like a strategic partner, should behave like one, or something to that effect. So these kind of statements, are not conducive to bringing back the ties on track, and it will only lead to further deterioration in the ties. But I think the Trump administration seems to think that it is in its interest, in the interest of America and its strategic goals, and it's for its own benefit. It sees this is the way that it wants to go, and there's not much that anybody can do. But as very rightly said, by Nikki Haley, that this partnership is important for both sides, and I agree with that. It's important for us, but the partnership is also important for the U.S. India with India. So I think when they realize it, I guess they might try to mend them. But India will be very wary now of what the U.S. could do next. So I think we'll have to tread carefully, and his administration will have to see how and what to do and how to take this forward.
All right. Ambassador Manju Seth, thank you so much for joining us on the telecast.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.